After 3 months of absolute silence, the official Lost Ark Twitter went ahead and released a press release concerning the delay of the game, and you can bet that people were livid. Now, before we go any further, I do want to note I have a guide here on how to play the Russian version of Lost Ark, both on our website, mmobyte.tv, and in video form. I will include a link to both of those guides if you want to go ahead and you want to get into Lost Ark without having to wait potentially 6 more months to actually play it. Getting into the game is quick, it's free, and it will give you something to play until the game eventually releases. Now, the press release in specific goes on to read, back in June, we held our closed technical alpha test, inviting testers to venture into Arkesia to experience this version of Lost Ark for the first time. Following the technical alpha, we have been working hard, translating walls of text, squashing bugs, spending long hours in the recording studio, and preparing the server infrastructure behind the scenes, while delving into all of the great feedback and data generated by our alpha and reviewing recent changes to the Korean version that we want to include in our release. We discovered a lot more work that will be needed to launch Lost Ark at the high quality bar our players deserve. As players have been waiting for so long, we want to take the time to do it right, while also ensuring we look after the wellness of our hardworking Amazon Games and Smilegate teams. With that in mind, we've made the tough decision to push the launch of Lost Ark to early 2022. While we will be launching in early 2022, you do not have to wait until next year to get your hands on Lost Ark. Our closed beta test will be conducted from November 4th to November 9th, and your feedback will be an important part of the Lost Ark development process. Lost Ark Founders Pack purchasers will have access to the closed beta test. Interested players can also sign up for a chance to receive an invitation to the closed beta test by entering their information on our testers sign up page. While we have been relatively quiet so far, we do want to improve the quality and frequency of our communications. We are committed to staying more open with our players about what our team is working on. Moving forward, we will provide monthly updates to discuss the work our team is doing behind the scenes. In October, we'll launch our official forums and official Discord channel in preparation for closed beta. In November, we will be fully operational to support our beta testers and content creators. With these upcoming activities, you should expect more activity and communication from us in the coming months. As always, thank you for your support. Be on the lookout for information and details on what our team is up to behind the scenes, information about the closed beta, and some upcoming content that will help new players better understand the beautiful, dangerous, and sometimes silly world of Arkesia. Make sure to follow our social channels and playlostark.com to stay up to date. Now, before I go into some of those comments, I do want to note that the official Steam page has went and changed the release date to March 31st, 2022. Now, I'm assuming that this right here is a placeholder date. This is not the confirmed release date. They did say that this was going to release in early 2022. What this means is that it's probably going to be the first quarter, therefore somewhere around January through March 31st, 2022, as opposed to specifically March 31st. But given the number of times New World has been delayed, given the delay that Lost Ark is now suffering, it will come as no surprise if this gets pushed back further. Now, I'm not personally upset with this. I feel like the more polished the game is when it comes out, when it releases over here in the West, the higher chance it has of being a success. And given that the last South Korean MMO to be successful over here was probably Black Desert Online, Lost Ark probably needs this. Now, going through some of the comments, we see something like this: Amazon screwing you guys over and trying to guarantee New World success on launch. Wow, definitely didn't see a delay coming. What a surprise. Surprised Pikachu face. Would rather wait longer for a more polished game. You guys got this. Appreciate the communication. See, that guy understands. Really? 2022? Oh my god, a game that is yet released and now this? Maybe I need to forget this game or play the Russian version. You know what? I have a link to the Russian version, a guide on how to install and play it if you guys need it. I just repaired and bought new pieces for the PC to play this, and you just say that you were working hard delaying a released game, all for the New World game. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. It's literally only being delayed by a couple months. If this does successfully launch sometime in the first quarter of 2022, does a couple month delay really make that much difference? Eduardo goes on to state that he wants his money back and he wants to refund the game. After all that hyping up you did on social media beforehand, this is a real slap in the face. I can't wait to play, so that's the pity in me talking, but waiting for 7 years and then getting delayed by multiple months just feels very bad. But I mean, at the same time, these people just don't really seem to grasp the fact that Amazon should not be launching 2 separate MMOs at the same time that are going to compete with one another. If New World got pushed back by multiple months, evidently the other titles that they are going to be releasing that will be direct competition will be pushed back by multiple months as well. Then Scales here goes on to state, no matter how you spin this, New World has delayed this game and I will not be buying New World. And I mean, that Kanye face right there is the face that I am giving Scales after reading his response. Then Elfing over here goes on to state, not only are you delaying the launch months, but we are only going to get a chance to try the game for 5 days. And honestly, how many days do you want to push through the beta? How burned out do you want to get on the game before it launches? And if you want more than 5 days of playing the game, why don't you just play the Korean version or the Russian version of the game? It's really that simple. And that is pretty much how all of these comments look. You can scroll through all of the responses on the Twitter page, and they're just people complaining en masse. And I get it, I do. They're upset that the game was delayed. But I've said this time and time again with every single MMO, including New World. Would you rather the game release and be rushed, be incomplete, or worse, be directly affected by the release of New World, inhibiting Lost Ark's potential success? No, I don't think any of us want that. All of us want this game to be as successful as possible. So the game has been delayed a few months. It's not like it was delayed a year or more. We've been waiting, what, 6-7 years already? What's a few more months?
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh,